Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Um,
Appreciate it.
here with Black Luck today, here in Waynesboro. Where did you grow up?
Uh, First half of my life was in Cleveland, and then the last 20 couple years, in Virginia. So kind of went for the Midwest and then back down here. And about 6 years of being down here was in a DOC system, so kind of moved around a lot.
Do you have any family members in the music business?
Not that I know of, man. I don't even know. I don't even know where it really all came from, to be honest with you. I think just my mom and dad's love for music. You know, they were always listening to different. You know, my dad, he liked stuff from like Frank Zappa to Scorpions to, you know, Ozzy and Skinner to Motown, and my mom was Michael Jackson and Motown and Stevie Wonder. So quite a diverse music upbringing, I guess. My dad was actually the one that put me on the Busta Rhymes when I was a little skateboarder. He set me up with Busta Rhymes. I never knew who that was, and my dad hit me out of the head. So yeah, no major family in music. I wish I did. It seems to be the way to get in nowadays.
What type of music did you listen to years
Metallica, Black Sabbath, AC/DC, Beastie Boys, rest in peace. Such a matter. Yeah, a lot of Eagles, like Bad Company, Kentucky Headhunters, stuff like that. All kinds of stuff, man.
What can you tell people about your music?
Uh, Man, it's pretty deep. I guess some of it's pretty deep. I do some songs that kind of are referred to as trap music, I guess, in a sense. But I try to keep a real lyrical content, even in the trap music. Where the younger guys today, they just kind of do real repetitive stuff. And I just try to keep most of my hooks and my music, man, is heartfelt. Like I won't write to a beat. You know, even if it's a nice beat, if I don't feel some type of an emotion grab me, I won't even write to that beat. I'll just set it to the side and, you know, come back to it later. A lot of punchlines, a lot of metaphors, and a lot of storytelling. A lot of my stuff is definitely real life. Some of it not so much now. I kind of speak a lot about how I used to live and to where I'm trying to go now. I'm definitely not a 10-year-old role model, but I'm a role model for people that, you know, we consider the have-nots or the underdogs that, you know, day in and day out through school, these young kids grow up on welfare and they're always told they can't have nothing, can't be nothing, can't do nothing, so they're just a product of society. And then, you know, one day it snaps and they realize, like, be whatever the hell I want to be. I can do whatever the hell I want to do, you know what I mean? And that's who I roll for now, you know, people that can't find jobs, people that, you know, heat their house with the stove, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's to me, that's real life and hardship, man. I don't have a Bentley, I don't have a Rolex. I got a $200 watch I bought from Walmart, but you know, that's my music, man. It's life, it's real life music, and I try to have some fun in it now, man.
Do you write some of your own songs?
Yeah, I write all my own songs. I'm actually wanting to do more into writing songs as a career. I pretty much do most of my performing because that's the easiest way to get my music out there. I wrote everything I write. I write a lot of hooks for other people too. I actually wrote hooks for Ashley Hanger, my boy Zach McGalis, and they're phenomenal singers. But I write country, I write gospel, I write rock. I've got songs I've written for Nickelback. You know, one day I guess they'll get it if they're still together by the time I make it. Hold on, guys, don't go nowhere.
When you step on the stage, what goes through you?
Well, I don't know how many cc's are in an adrenaline, but that's one of the first things that goes to my mind, that big rush, you know. It's crazy because I sit there in the back or wherever I'm at, just kind of like, you know, amped up, kind of waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally when you get on there, it's like, in the genre that I'm in, they look at you funny anyway, being a white guy. You know, from Queens to Cleveland to Richmond, Hampton and the beach, and you know, it's not a big, there's not a whole lot of white guys in there. So I feel like when I step on that stage, the first thing I have to do is deliver, not just for me, but for everybody else that's coming behind me. You know what I mean? Like, I love Eminem, but I feel like he kind of made a mockery of a lot of white guys, and coming up through the music industry. It's hard enough for people to get in anyway because it's so watered down, let alone talking about some crazy stuff that he gets into. But we won't do that now. We'll try to keep it PG.
Do you have any mixtapes or CDs?
Yeah, I definitely do. I kind of just record them as I go, and as I do about 18 songs, that's my mixtape. I don't do no set. I did do one set thing, which was called Life is a Gamble, which happened to be on Dat Piff and Coast to Coast. It was actually sponsored on there and had like 500 something downloads in the first 2 days, but the guy that recorded it for me deleted all my stuff, stole my masters, so that mixtape and my video work that I did with him is gone. And it's one of the things when you're dealing in the rap industry or hip hop or whatever you want to call it, a lot of people want you to have their beef, or if they're mad at this person, they want you to be mad at that person. And because I wouldn't go along with the grain, he took offense to that and wiped all my stuff out. I would say his name, but Neil Flick is, he probably don't want his name heard. Did I say that? Whoops, sorry. We can edit that. I'm just keeping it real, man. No, but yeah, I just do the mixtape thing as I record, man. And I actually had one that I was working on, which was called The Darkest Shades of Black. And on that, I was gonna have some of my R&B and my country songs, kind of like on hidden interludes through, Marilyn Manson and Green Day did them. I think 9 Inch Nails did some. So they kind of let the music play in blankness for about 2-3 minutes, and all of a sudden the song pops on. And that's kind of where I was going with it. But working and doing the traveling, trying to do the music that I have now, and promoting shows, and finding a dedicated place to record, man, is a challenge. Shit, that's the challenge right now, is finding a home studio, you know what I mean?
What have you learned about the business since you've been?
Wow, man, that's a lot of stuff there, man. I learned a lot, man. I mean, before I really got in the music business, again, like I said, I did 6 years, man, and that's all I did was reading there, man. I read, ASCAP for dummies, contracts for dummies, music business for dummies, book after book after book, just trying to see what I was going to have to prepare myself for. And that's all cool to be prepared for that part, but what they don't prepare you for is personalities of individuals that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And especially when you're trying to build a team, and everybody wants to be the man, nobody wants to just be a cheerleader or a support team, which sucks, man. Fact is that in a group there's always somebody that's a little closer than everybody else, so it's just hard to recognize the snakes and stuff like that, man. You got people that do a lot of shady stuff, man. A lot of, especially in small communities, man. I've reached out to every single artist that's in this valley, man. Every artist. I've offered them shows. I've offered, showcases. I've offered, collabs and things like that. And I've, get my hands smacked, or people don't show up. And, I've drove over to somebody's house after 5 minutes of being on the phone to go record, and they're like, oh, well, my girl's home now, I can't record. And it's just like, the dedication is not there, man. So it's really hard to find a solid team that's going to help you, support you, and help you keep progressing, because, in the music, man, it's not cheap to get from Cleveland to Florida to New York to the beach, when you really can't find a job, and then half the time they're not paying that much anyway, and you got to work damn near an hour just to pay for 1 gallon of gas. There's a lot of things that are hard out there, man. Just the only thing I could say to people is just be wise and study everything, man. If you hear a name, Google it. If you hear of some type of a group or anything, man, Google it. Find out what it is, research it, cross-reference it, check it out, check them out. And my motto, man, is the more dogs you got, the more fleas you get. So I try to stick to myself, you know what I mean? And that way you can support yourself. You know, a lot of guys, they want you to support them as well. Like, they'll go with you and they'll do things, but they want you to financially back them too. And it's kind of like, sheesh, man, you know? It's a lot of hard stuff.
How can people contact you?
540-435-0556. That's as simple as that. My phone broke, so call me. You can hit me on Facebook, Daniel Black Luck, Grinding Hard Blackburn. I canceled out my Reverb Nation. I stopped supporting Reverb since they're allowing people to buy stats and fly past people on the charts that work their butt off. So now I'm on SoundCloud. I don't have everything up there on the SoundCloud, but I'm on SoundCloud, YouTube. You can YouTube Black Luck or Black Luck 32. I should pop up on my channel. It's got an array of different shows and some kind of, I like scaring people, so you're gonna see some videos of us scaring some of my family members. There's just random stuff on there, but other than that, yeah, I mean, as far as contacting, also I work for a couple tattoo shops, Extreme Expressions, and I just opened up one in Harrisonburg. But again, my cell phone's the easiest way to reach me, man, and I'll answer.
You know? Are you working on any projects right now?
Yeah, we just I'm currently I'm like partially under Grand Groove Records and Mercedes Entertainment, and they're from the Bronx, New York. Stuff like that, and that's where T-Ski and all them guys come into play at. Right now we're working on, I just cut off 2 original tracks for Keith Rogers, and I don't know who Keith Rogers is from the group Surface, but back in the day, great, they're all like Motown all-stars, you know, they've been in the game for 30 years, they're really decent. But yeah, and we're working on, just did 2 things for him on his mixtape, and I'm just trying to get the 50 Shades of Black together. Most of the problem that takes a long time is to find the original beats. I'm so picky, like, I'll go through beats and I'll go through beats and go through beats. I might go through 40 of them and only find, you know, 1 or 2 instrumentals that I really like. So, and then the other part is, the hard part is just being able to lay it down. So yeah, I'm working on the 50 Shades of Black. It's probably going to be, it might even be my last album. I don't know, man. Like I said, I want to get into ghost writing, and there's so many different things. There's so many. It sucks to say this, man, but as far as rap and hip hop goes, man, it's almost a dying genre. Not because of the talent is dying, but because nobody wants to let it in. And we don't have nobody but the people to blame that's you know, doing it, man. As far as the, I guess they don't realize that some of it's just for show. It's entertainment, man. It's, you know, shooting and all this craziness. They, you know, automatically blame hip hop or rap for a lot of stuff, man. They don't realize there's a big difference in hip hop versus rap. But it's just hard to get anything with that, man. Like, I can't go book a venue like I can if I had a band and a guitar in it. You know, if I had a band and a guitar, I could probably book, you know, 20 local gigs here in the next month. But because I do hip hop or rap, and they're not trying to have it. You know, I don't know if it's, I've been all over the place and I've never seen any fights, but here locally in this valley, you know, it's a bunch of just carelessness, man. I just don't understand how people can't come together and vibe on certain, you know, we're out here to be professionals and we should be in a professional environment, you know what I mean? Like, it's just sad. So yeah, I don't know if it's, this is gonna be my last album or not, man. I'm in debate, but once I get it done, I'm hoping it was supposed to be done in June, but I might go ahead and push it back to next June to go ahead and make sure I got enough time to do it.
What goals do you have?
I kind of do like a 6-month, and I do a 2-year, and I do like a 5-year, man. And main thing is just basically to try to do a little better this year than I did last year. And as long as I'm progressing in some some fashion, then it's better than being stagnant and staying still. Or at least even if I fail a little bit, at least I'm going backwards and moving forward again. I'm not just sitting still. The first time in a long time, I got my own place and, you know, bills and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm just trying to learn how to maintain on a budget and just try to get to tomorrow, you know what I mean? You know, I just hope in a year that we'd be doing another interview and might maybe pay you to do an interview, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe let's hope next year is a little better than this one. That's all I can shoot for, man. And yeah, that's it, man.
What hobbies?
Oh, wow. What hobbies do I do? I think I do everything. She always, my girl bitches at me because I do so much stuff. I used to skateboard. I'm 260 pounds, so I kind of had to stop that. I broke my ankle about 5 months ago. I don't know if we were friends on Facebook then, but I posted up a lot of big old pictures of my swollen ankle. I like building model cars. I tattoo like crazy. I work on cars. Do window tinting, custom painting. Do a little bit of everything, man. I've always been one of those kind of kids that's been intrigued by everything. I always tore things apart to see how it worked, and a lot of times it never got put back together. But I like doing anything that's anything you can learn from, man, or get better. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's kind of like how I base my life, man. If you can learn how to do something, man, why not try it? Yeah. Shout out to Rich, man. One. Shout out to everybody that supports me, man. I got support system. I'd be in prison if it wasn't for some of these guys. My pops, man, Eric Newberry, Ernie Gearhart, man, Chris from Nova, Dave, Easy, EJ, all these guys, man. Like, you guys know who you are, man. Kim Son, PJ from the group Embassy, Mercedes ENT, Keith Rogers, Grand Groove, man, just anybody that lets me get a show, anybody that knows that when I fall, it ain't for long, and they're always